The offer letter is $94,000 a year. You sign it in 11 minutes. 3 floors up, someone is on a call that will determine whether 40 people still have jobs in the morning. You are not on that call. Level 1, entry-level employee. The desk has no name on it. You sit down anyway. It is 8:47 a.m. The open plan floor is already loud with the sound of things that don't involve you. You have been assigned a laptop, a badge, and a chair with lumbar support you will never once adjust. The offer was $94,000. You accepted it in 11 minutes. You did not negotiate. Your rent is $1,840. Your loan payment is $387. It clears on the 14th. Your salary clears on the 15th. You have a spreadsheet for this. It is color-coded. It does not help. You are 23. You have health insurance for the first time in your life, and you are not sure what to do with that feeling. The all-hands is on a Thursday. Your manager clicks through the deck. Slides 4 through 11 took you 9 hours. He says we when he means you. The room nods. You watch the slide transition. You do not say anything. Nobody does. The meeting ends in 40 minutes, and someone orders lunch on the company card. You gain a title. You gain a badge. You attend meetings where your job is to exist near the table. The last time someone asked what you actually wanted, you try to place it. You can't quite locate the date. It was before the offer letter. It was before the spreadsheet. It was before the badge started feeling like the answer. You spend 14 months learning how the room works. Then you start wondering if the room is the problem. Level 2, team lead. There is a Slack channel with your name on it. You were not asked if you wanted it. You are 27. You have been promoted once. The title changed. The desk did not. You are now paid $118,000 to do your old job, plus the job of deciding whose old job becomes whose new problem. You got a $24,000 raise in March. By April, you were running 3 work streams that did not exist in February. You have 4 direct reports. You schedule their one-on-ones on Thursdays. You prepare talking points. You use phrases like bandwidth and ownership, and you do not notice when you start using them outside of work. One of your reports is 24. She finishes things you would not have finished at her level. She asks questions in the all-hands that you thought of 6 months ago and didn't ask. The promotion cycle opens in October. You write her review over a weekend. You use the word potential twice. You do not use the word ready. You submit it on Sunday night. You do not think about it again until you do. When you are wrong, it is someone else's performance review. People copy you on emails now. You attend the meetings you used to be excluded from. You sit at the table. You take notes on your laptop and nobody questions it because that is what people at the table do. 2 years in, you get an idea. You write it down in a notes app at 11:42 p.m. You do not send it to anyone. Level 3, pre-founder. The browser has 11 tabs open. 3 of them are your job. The other 8 are yours. You are 29. You have $31,000 in savings and a number you keep coming back to, $40,000. That is the distance between what you have and a working version. You price out the gap at $9,000. In March, you put it on a card with a 22.4% interest rate, and you do not tell anyone. The prototype runs locally. It does not run well. You fix it on Tuesday nights and Saturday mornings, and in the 20 minutes before your first meeting when the office is still mostly empty. You have 4 commits in the repository. The commit messages are not descriptive. This does not matter yet. Your employer's product has a gap. You found it doing your job. The knowledge that made it visible, the access, the context, the 11 months of pattern recognition came from inside this building. You are now using it to build something outside this building. You don't examine that closely. You keep the tab minimized during screen shares. You are building something. It lives on your laptop and in a Notion doc and nowhere else. It is the most real thing in your life right now. You stop going to Thursday happy hours. By the 4th week, people stop asking. That part is easier than you expected, which is its own information. You give your 2 weeks on a Wednesday. Your manager says she's surprised. She is not surprised. Level 4, early stage founder. The home office is a corner of the room with better lighting. You moved a lamp there in October. That is the entire renovation. You are 30. You have 18 months of runway at $4,200 a month and no revenue, which means you have 18 months. You check the bank balance before you check anything else. This takes 4 seconds. The number does not change between Tuesday and Wednesday, but you check it on both days. The first user finds the product in January through a post you wrote at 1 a.m. that you almost didn't publish. You get on a call. You tell her it does 3 things. It does one of them. The other 2 are on the roadmap, which lives in a Notion doc with no due dates. You call this a product conversation. There is another word for it. You don't use it. The $94,000 salary felt like a ceiling. This feels like standing on the roof of a building with no railing. There is no manager. No one to copy on the email. No Thursday all hands where someone clicks through your slides and says we. Every decision is yours. The ones that were right and the ones that weren't and the ones you still don't know about yet. You stop leaving your laptop in another room. You stop noticing that you stopped. The pitch gets rebuilt 4 times between November and February. You send 34 follow-up emails. 21 don't get a response. 3 months later, a user pays $49. You screenshot it. You do not tell anyone for 6 hours. Then you tell everyone. Level 5, funded founder. The conference room is on the 14th floor of a building you do not work in. You have been here 4 times this week. The deck has 14 slides. You rehearsed it 61 times, which you know because you counted, and the counting was its own problem. You are 31. You just closed $1.4 million. Your net worth on paper is $3.1 million. Your checking account has $6,200 in it. You pay yourself $72,000 a year. You do not explain this to your parents for 4 months. When you do, you use the word equity. They do not ask follow-up questions. You hire your first employee in April. She leaves a job with benefits to come work for you. She has a daughter. You know, with reasonable precision, that the product has a 40% chance of becoming the thing you told her it would become. You shake her hand and say you're excited to build this together. Both of those things are true simultaneously. You do not examine them closely. You are responsible for someone's health insurance now. It is the same feeling as when you got yours. It is not the same situation. The investor says we're aligned on vision in the closing call. You write it down. You use that exact phrase in your next meeting, in the same tone, with the same pause before vision. You count it afterward, not before. The product grows. The problems grow differently than the product does. Level 6, scaling founder. 40 people in the room. You are the one speaking. You are 34. The company is valued at $28 million. You own 31% of it, and a mortgage and a financial advisor who sends quarterly reports in a language you are still learning. Your salary is $180,000. You pay $94,000 in taxes. The delta is not what you thought it would be at this number. You have a spreadsheet for this too. It is not color-coded. The all-hands deck was built by your head of communications. You reviewed it on Sunday. You changed 4 words. You deliver it on Monday like you wrote it, because in the way that matters to the room, you did. On Thursday, you let go of the VP of engineering. He has 2 kids. He built the first working version of the product, the one that existed on 3 servers before anyone else believed it could exist anywhere. The board agrees the company needs someone different now. You are the one who makes the call because it is your company and you are correct. You are also repeating, almost verbatim, what a man said to you at a different company 7 years ago. You were in the room when he said it. You were not the one he said it to. The Notes app still has that first idea in it. 47 words. You have not opened it in 14 months. The company does not need you to build anymore. It needs you to decide. Level 7. Founder post-exit. The deck has 14 slides. You know this before she finishes the first one. You are 38. The exit was $74 million. Your share was $22.9 million after dilution, taxes, and fees. You had a number in your head for years. It was higher than this. You do not say that to anyone. It is not the kind of thing you say. She is 29. She has a working prototype for commits in a GitHub repository and $9,000 on a credit card at 22.4% interest. You know about the credit card because you asked someone to look. She does not know you know. She is telling you about the product with the specific, calibrated confidence of someone who has rehearsed this more times than they will admit. On slide 6, you check your phone. Once. Then you put it down. She tells you the product does 3 things. It does one of them. You recognize exactly what she is doing. You recognized it by slide 3. You fund her anyway. You do not tell her that you recognized it. She reminds you of someone. You are aware of who. You don't say it. You write a $400,000 check on a Thursday. She screenshots the wire confirmation. You know this because you did the same thing at the same amount 8 years ago, in a corner of a room with a lamp, you moved yourself. You were on the other side of the table then. The table is the same size. She is 23. The offer letter is $94,000. She signs it in 11 minutes. She did not negotiate. The loan hits on the 14th. The salary clears on the 15th. She has a spreadsheet for the gap. It is color-coded. She built it the night before her first day, in a corner of her apartment with better lighting, at 11:42 p.m., after she closed the Notes app without sending anything to anyone. The desk has no name on it. She sits down anyway. 3 floors up, someone is on a call that will determine whether 40 people still have jobs in the morning. She is not on that call. She does not know the call is happening. In 4 years, she will be in a room adjacent to that call. In 9 years, she will be the one making it. In 14 years, she will be on the other side of a table, writing a check to someone who reminds her of someone. And she will be aware of who, and she will not say it. Somewhere in the building, a deck is on a screen. Slides 4 through 11 were built by someone whose name is not on them. The room is nodding. Nobody is saying anything. The meeting will end in 40 minutes, and someone will order lunch on the company card. She has health insurance for the first time in her life. She has a chair with lumbar support she will never adjust. She has a Notes app with 1 entry. The system does not care that she is thinking about the product. It never did.